Hello and welcome to the part B of interpersonal relationships. When I started the program, I mentioned a statement which I'm mentioning again. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of your relationship with people. In this part, we'll discuss few more important factors that determines our quality of relationship with people. One of the key factor being communication. Let us see how interpersonal relationship and communications are connected. Though there are multiple factors which actually affect interpersonal relationship, the most common and the critical factor is communication. Yes, communication do play a major role in all types of relationships, whether it is personal relationship, social relationship, or a professional relationship. Without going much into the communication part, we all are very much focused and developed on our outward communication. Probably how do we talk, how do we present ourselves. But somehow, one key factor takes a backseat, which I mentioned in part A also, that is listening. Listening to people. In interpersonal relationship building, we focus more on the active listening of listening part. Now, what is this active listening? In a very simple language, active listening is hearing with full attention and without any kind of barriers in the mind. There are multiple barriers when we communicate with people, whether there are physical barriers, emotional barriers, cultural barriers, language barriers, gender barriers, a whole lot of things. But when it comes to relationship building, the most important barrier which we all have to overcome is what we call it as the attitudinal barriers. There are some attitudinal barriers which affects the way we interact with people and the way we build relationship with people. What are these some of the factors of the attitudinal barriers? Let us understand. The first one being prejudice, a preconceived opinion or view about a person. We form opinion about a person based on the information that we receive or what we see here without ourselves verifying the facts. So when we communicate with prejudiced mind, the communication is not very cohesive. When the communication is not cohesive, the relationship never takes a strong bonding. Preoccupation. We are busy with our own activities when we are communicating, when you're talking to people, or when you're listening to people, which gives a different communication to the person whom you're talking. Then, of course, there is the casual attitude. It's okay, I don't bother whether the person is talking to me, not talking to me, whether the person builds a relationship with me or not. It's okay, but then if our objective is to build relationship, then please pay attention, give importance to every person. And the last one is egocentrism, talking to people with our own self-developed ego. So that also creates a barrier in the communication, which will also impact our relationship building activities in the negative way. So with these attitudinal barriers, it will be very difficult or next to impossible to build a good and strong relationship. So what we suggest is avoid all such barriers. Just keep away from them. Be open, be clear, be approachable, approach people with positive attitude. Once we approach people, then we start with the communication. A general conversation, when you say, uh, which has got a lot of factors. If we want to make our conversation with other people a little stronger, to build a stronger bonding between people, we have a small input for you, which is very valuable, We call it as tactful conversation. You see, tactful conversation, tact is put there in capitals, but this tact doesn't mean a knack or a trick. It's just an acronym. We'll expand and understand what is the tactful expansion. The first T stands for think before you speak. Before you speak, say out those words. Think for yourself whether what I'm going to speak, is it the truth? Is it helpful for building a stronger relationship? Or is it really inspiring? Or is it necessary to talk at all sometimes? Is it necessary to speak? Is it kind? So think all these aspects before you start speaking. Next is A, apologize quickly. When we say apologize quickly, we do make mistakes, we do speak wrong sometimes. At the same time, when we realize, it's very important to apologize. And why we are saying apologize quickly? Because the right time to apologize is the moment you realize that you made a mistake, you said something wrong. Because the emotion that you have at the time of your realization, it will never be there. That's why when someone says sorry to you, you don't feel the sorry as in sorry, you feel it as just a word. So if you say it at the right moment of realization, it has got a greater impact on the other person. The next one, converse, don't compete. When we are having conversation, try to converse, have a conversation, not a competition. Competition of who's better, who's right, who's wrong. It's always better to converse, talk, not a competition. We are not into a competition, we are into building relationship, getting people together. It's not about winning, it's about joining together. The last T is time your comments. Yes, there are times when we have to make certain comments, give some opinion. Make sure that you check, is it the right time to give that comment or feedback? Is the person ready to accept it? Is the person in the right frame of mind to receive those comments? So please check on this comment. So these four things will help you to build a better relationship, and with practice these becomes a nature of every person. So along with the comment, comes a time when you really have to give a feedback. So every feedback can be given in two ways. It can be in a constructive way or a destructive way. It matters a lot the way we give feedback to people. If you give it in the right way, it won't hurt the relationship. But if it is done in the wrong way, definitely there will be impact on the relationship. So let us understand in a very simple terms what are these constructive and destructive feedback. We will first talk about the destructive feedback. A destructive feedback is a feedback given in public. A destructive feedback is one where you address personal character instead of talking about the issue. And second, it is very general, it is not very specific. A feedback which is given delayed, not at the right time. A feedback which is always negative or rather only negative. And in a feedback where there is no solution offered will be definitely a destructive feedback. So these points, if taken care of, will have a different impact. So how do we take care of these? We make the feedback a constructive feedback. In a constructive feedback, we give the feedback in private, one-to-one, personal, not in public. We address the behavior of the person, not about the person. We don't discuss about the personal character of the person. Feedback has to be given on the behavior, the act or the action. And in a constructive feedback, be very specific about what you're talking. Don't be very general, vague. And it has to be prompt at the right time, not delayed. You don't wait for opportunity to give a feedback. No. And feedback has to be in a very positive manner. Also, it has to be supported by actions to solve the problem. Not just a feedback, not just your opinion. Also, how can it be corrected? How can it be bettered? So that makes the feedback more constructive. that will help the other person to work on it and improve. That will have a positive image about you. It will have a positive impact on your relationship. Sometimes it do happen that a feedback becomes more stronger, then we call it as a criticism. Sometimes we do have to criticize, but yes, it can also be managed by making the criticism constructive. How can we make a criticism constructive? The way we put it across to the person. The first thing that we need to take care is avoid sounding judgmental. Don't make a situation a judgmental thing, a final thing. Something gone wrong, it will never be permanent, can be changed. So don't be judgmental about the situation. Second is avoid critical overload. Avoid several complaints at a time. You don't keep on talking about the complaints, you don't keep on repeating about the problem. You say it once, offer a solution, end it. And in many a time when there is a problem, we also bring in the past issues, which is definitely hurting and damaging to the person and to the relationship also. Sometimes not only giving criticism, sometimes the relationship is also strained because we are not in the right frame of mind to accept or receive criticism. There will be a situation where we will be criticized, I will be criticized. So how do we respond to such criticism? The first thing is be very positive. Recognize the value of criticism. When somebody is criticizing, is there any meaning to it? Is there value in the future if I take it positively, if I try to work on it? Understand the perspective of the person criticizing. Why the person is criticizing? Is it really important? Is it really meaningful? Also check out on the non-verbal cues, the body language, the anger, the expressions. A lot of things can come out of these, and that will help you to understand the person's point of view when the person is criticizing us. And if it taken in the right frame of mind, we can work on it, we can improvise, and we can also definitely change it. So these are some of the key aspects which I wanted to bring in this part of the program, part B of interpersonal relationship. And what we have covered in today's session is just a summary. We spoke about active listening, we spoke about tactful conversation, we spoke about how to give feedback, and also understood how to criticize and also how to receive criticism. So this summarizes some of the points that we covered today. Please go through the video again to understand better and work on it on yourself. Thank you. And in the upcoming parts, as I discussed in part 1, we'll have the last session on this, which is using all these tools, how to build stronger relationships in the new era. As I said, the situation today is challenging, difficult. The people's mindset will change. How can we build better relationships in the coming era? So please don't miss the session, final session. Be alert to receive the updates. Click on subscribe so that you get all the parts of the sessions, other sessions, newer topics, newer subjects, and the bell icon if you really want to have alerts so that you don't miss it or you don't delay seeing it. Thank you. All the best. Good luck. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Thank you. Bye. See you in the next part.